So his badge said Dredd.
Yep.
And then the medic they're with, his badge said medic. See?
Bob Medic. That's his name.
Is he Speed Racer?
Yep. Parents named him that because they knew
I mean,
he
his
did
helmet does look a lot like Racer X's helmet.
that. Or hold on, maybe it is their careers, and his career is just Dredd.
That's why he's frowning.
The earth transformed into a poisonous, scorched desert known as the
What a shit name!
Dude, it's Dune.
Oh, Boba's in this.
Eat your own stuff.
What are you selling? I'm just thinking about Sly Stallone in like a big black like judge robe with the gavel.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
But why would he say anything else? Oh my god, it's
one
Stallone.
extra cop. That's absolutely what we needed.
Yeah, but it's Dredd with his platforms from Kiss.
Outfit from Kiss. Are you kidding me? Look at the cod piece.
Piece from Kiss. And his chain.
Wow, he looks the same as the rest of us except with big shoulders.
Look at him. He's just standing there, hands on hips in the middle of the street. This fucking...
He's posing like a model.
Arrest!
I like how neither of these two cops tried that.
Fletcher round at 300 meters.
There's nothing hitting the ground even near him.
I
Look,
know.
There's the sound of gunfire.
He's so calm for being shot at right
They're
now.
shooting at the vehicle that's about 40 feet away from him.
That's how you take down Dredd.
Nice shot, sir.
Nice shot. You hit the broadside of a wall.
This room has been pacified.
This room has been executed.
How many shots are in this one fucking gun? He's fired like 50 so far. And he has grenades in there.
And it's double barrel.
Wait, how did that hit sideways, both of them? If
He didn't even gangsta fire it.
Like, those two barrels were vertical, and they
Yeah.
were side to side.
Code 457. Resisting arrest. 20 years.
Do you guys remember his performance in Spy Kids 3D Game Over?
Yes.
Similar energies.
Oh, he even, like, in the fucking hallway puts his hands on his hips when staring at something.
They were killing each other in
Could
there.
have gone out the window.
40 floors? It would have been suicide.
Maybe, but it's legal.
Rather than be an unwitting accomplice to a murder, you should kill yourself.
If you don't kill yourself, I'll kill you for you.
I will fire blindly into your room with my whole ass clip.
They built this fucking building.
It's built like an eagle.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Cursed Earth.
Texas
Aspen.
City!
Mega City 1, Mega
No,
City
no, no!
2,
Texas City, dog!
Where the fuck is this?
Texas!
This is Mega City 1.
Yeah,
on the,
where?
New
it's
York!
like kind of us. It's like Boston.
Yeah,
looks
it
like
looked like they
Boston, New
zoomed in
York.
on New England, and then it was just a peninsula. What, did they nuke the hook off of Cape Cod?
Apparently there's like 3 towns. It's Mega City 1, Mega City 2, and then
Texas
just
City.
Texas City.
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys, Texas City.
You can't put the 3 in the third one because people are expecting it.
Yeah, Bad Boys 3 Life.
Chief Justice, the city is in chaos.
Maybe it's because your cops run around executing people.
This movie's so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
I fucking hate it.
Summary executions by Judge Dredd.
That's me.
I'm Judge Dredd, me with my hands on my hips.
Look at my posture.
Why he's just in the hallway doing nothing? Why is he posing? I want to hear the Foley of like squeaky, squeaky, squeaky
From his
squeaky.
boots?
Yeah, from like his pant like leggings brushing up against each other.
His dick hitting his fucking cod piece.
Oh, he looks the same because he has a clear visor on.
Is that Judge Dredd?
You're behind your desk. And I'm behind this.
You know this glass cage cannot keep me forever, Charles.
Xavier's like, how does Magneto keep breaking out? Also, Xavier, care for chess twice a week?
What are those guns they're holding? Those are whole ass rocket launchers.
25 round sidearm with mission variable voice programmed ammunition.
And make sure that when you apprehend criminals, you put your hands on your waist and pose like Superman. No matter where you are or what you're doing, it's the most important part of the job.
Dual onboard laser cannons, vertical takeoff and landing flight capability.
Vertical takeoff?
That means flying.
And cup holders.
I'm more of a Vertical Quavo fan.
All of these things you see here are toys.
Except there, Simba. You must never go there.
Is that the Bible?
The law.
It's the law.
It's like 100 pages. It's a brisk read.
Why is the entire aesthetic that one club from The Matrix 3?
We're closed for the night.
You're holding a package for me. The code name is Lazarus.
Okay, we open tomorrow at 9, bitch.
Okay, why was your door unlocked?
He's looking up. His head is looking up, not at him at all.
He's looking up so his eyes can look down upon him.
Like God.
You know why? Because he's judging him.
Ah, very metaphilosophical. 10 out of 10.
It's a theoretical Judge Dredd.
It's a metaphorical Judge Dredd. Ah,
He's
he walks.
walking!
Oh my God, he walks like that.
I'm gonna kill myself.
This movie is painful.
This movie sucks. I really do understand.
Yo, wait, Dredd is just a terrorist. What
What
the
if
fuck?
somebody was just like walking by, you know, like just enjoying their day and just boom?
Sorry, I had to blow up the Lamborghini floating machine. I didn't
He's
see
lucky
you
that
there.
didn't blow up the cars on either side of it.
How could you defend this movie? Like, holy shit.
It's so boring. Like, it's funny. It's real fun to make fun of. This movie's so fucking boring.
It engages you,
Yeah.
whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It ropes you in.
I'm engaged.
At the academy, she was at the top of her class in interpretational law.
Interpretational law?
Interpretive
Boy,
dance.
it's not dancing. You shouldn't be interpreting the law. The law is a hard line thing.
That's why the book is like 100 pages. It's just like, hey, don't kill people, rule one.
Maybe do this.
Surveillance video is of such low definition, no positive identification can be made of the killer.
We have the second video, though. He killed people and then yelled, "I'm Judge Dredd," into the camera.
He yelled, "I am the law," which is his catchphrase. What's the Sly Stallone movie where they're obsessed with, like, Taco Bell or something?
Oh, that's similar to this one. It's Demolition Man.
I thought it was the same.
The name of the song that the dude in the car was listening to in Judge Dredd was Demolition Man.
Because this is a direct sequel, is what I'm hearing.
Very similar energy.
The defense was not made aware of any of this information. We would like a
Judge
chance.
Hershey, the prosecution must be given time to finish.
But no, wait. No, Diane Lane's right in a court of law. But then again, this is future bullshit world where you interpret the law, so whatever the fuck.
You interpret the law as I shoot you.
The DNA is a perfect match for Judge Joseph Dredd.
It's a lie! The evidence has been falsified! It's impossible! I never broke the law!
I never broke the law! I am the law! I am the streets!
Adrian!
Your retirement grants you the power to save Dredd's life.
Yeah, but how many opportunities did Dredd have to save someone else's life and then chose not to? And then
How
Or
many
he
opportunities
could've
did Dredd have to kill somebody?
He could have put them in jail and then he killed them instead. You know, the license to kill is the license not to kill, Dredd.
This movie establishes the fact there is a jail. Rob Schneider's character was in jail.
I stepped down.
Weird. If the DNA matched Judge Dredd, sorry, I have to clarify which one,
Judge.
then wouldn't that just be hard evidence?
It's GoldenEye, which came out in the same year. The general was the bad guy, and in order to keep himself from being revealed to be the bad guy, he tried to resign his post immediately.
I too read volumes 1 and 2 of Edward Gibbon's work, and then also Book of Law in the background.
Why is it not Dreadward?
So is there a Texas City Book of Law?
Yes. And it's also 100 pages?
It just says yeehaw.
Dredd has a kid?
One page, one
What
word.
is that? Oh yeah, there's a robot in this movie.
Yeehaw. Yeah.
I forgot.
Good shit.
It doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good given the time.
You guys want to play Guess the Rotten Tomato score?
Is it? It's gotta be bad. But
Oh, it's bad.
did anyone like it is the question.
Depends on what your definition of like is.
I'm gonna go absurdly low. I'm gonna say like 15.
Okay?
You bitch. I was going to say like 13. So 7.
Jake is closer. 20%.
Oh,
That's pretty high.
that's higher than we both went.
Great.
Mr. I am the law.
Can't.
When he mocked them. That's one good joke.
Yeah. Maybe this is some sort of...
Nobody heard that? That was so loud.
You know, it's really amazing that anyone on this transport ship is like a victim of Dredd, considering the fact that, you know, Dredd kills everyone he meets.
There's no sign of Dredd. He appears to have survived the crash.
You are in error, capture team. No one survived the shuttle wreck. Understand? Just find Dredd.
There's no sign of Dredd. Just find Dredd. Okay.
Let me crush him, Paul.
I have a screw in my brain. It's very large.
We know, Jake.
Also, the character does.
You should be deceased.
That's not where it hit him. It hit him in the jaw, and his eye's bleeding.
That's because it cross-cut, and then the makeup artist didn't realize where it was fake hit.
That's because the director didn't care where he was hit.
Supplicant for sacrifice.
He can just...
The worst
That
restraints.
was nothing.
Shut up!
They turned off Russell.
That's like the worst villain if you can just turn the egg timer on his brain, he just shuts down.
I'll drop out all the artificial pixels. Dad.
That's how Photoshop works.
We called it Janus.
A huge anus, if you will.
She didn't create me, sir. I have a family.
Oh my God, he's a Blade Runner.
You let me judge my own brother. You never told me, sir. I couldn't.
Very dramatic lightning, sir.
Judge my sibling all the time. Judge her life choices.
Did you ever execute her?
Not yet.
That's a slow-ass knife wound. Jesus Christ, he's still monologuing right before his death, quote, quote.
Convicted me. Griffin. It was Griffin.
Have I mentioned the deep pain I am in? Like, oh dear
Did
Lord.
it miss every organ?
And his spine.
His kidneys, his spine, his stomach. Everything? His
Heart.
intestines.
His lungs. You know how we skipped over the narrator?
Yeah.
That was James Earl Jones.
Get out.
I'm
Really?
not- yeah. James Earl Jones.
I feel bad for over-talking his voice.
And I'm gonna stay here until I'm caught or until you apologize.
The law can't apologize.
That's just it.
So, like, on one hand, you have him going, wee, 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 and then the other one's like, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Dredd! I thought it was you.
Did you see his mouth not move?
I thought that armor was supposed to be bullet resistant. Remember, he said you'll get this when you leave the academy. Why would you take it off?
There is no reason for Schneider to be in any scene.
Why does Dredd keep this guy around?
For comedic effects.
I get maybe out in the desert you want to keep him around in case you run out of food, but like here and now, like there's no service.
I feel like
No, look, he's having him cover him.
I feel like this movie was just about Dredd, and they were like, wow, his character sucks. Let's add a funny character. And it wasn't funny, so you have two bad characters that lead the movie instead.
Man, this really feels like Total Recall 2012. What is it, Hard Light?
What ad would be like that, though? It makes no
Why
fucking
is it
sense.
Hard Light?
I don't know who or what you are anymore.
It's a shame how bad movies can make good actors, like, just awful. Michael Fassbender's like, oh, I'm going to be in this, and I'm going to be super talented. And he's like, what? Assassin's Creed? Beep, beep, beep.
Arnie makes better movies, definitively, right?
Okay.
Like, sure, Stallone's had the Rocky series, but like, other than Rocky, what good movies has Stallone made?
The first Rambo is good. It's just fun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The Last Action Hero is really good.
Isn't that
That's
Arnie?
Arnie. He's in there via pictorial form.
Yeah, but it's in but Arnie's
That was
the-
his best performance. His fucking pictorial form.
Like, at least, you know, Arnie's got frickin' Running Man, Total Recall, Terminator, Twins,
Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero, The Predator. That's an Arnie film.
Yeah, he's great in Predator too.
But, like, that's what I mean. Is like, Arnie has multiple pieces. Yeah, sure. Stallone's probably hit harder. Rocky won Best Picture. But, like, beyond the one-trick pony, what does Stallone have?
Spy Kids 3D game over. Hold on, Mud.
You're right.
He looks a lot like you.
No, he fucking
No, he
don't.
doesn't.
Looks nothing alike.
You killed innocent people.
The means to an end.
You started a massacre.
I caused the revolution.
You betrayed the law.
Oh, yeah, I could talk like that too, Sly. I'd just like to point out, so he said he's a hacker, and he just has a fuck ton of wires in his hand. That's not hacking.
That is exactly what hacking is. You rip out wires
I'm
from a
sorry,
computer.
when you get into a card, you go, I'm gonna hack it, and then you start hot wiring it. No.
Yeah. The same thing with computers. You just pull out the wires violently. Doesn't even matter what they are or what they do. You even did your hair after that hair flip just so you can have your face on camera again.
They get paid by screen time seconds.
Oh, it's the first X-Men movie.
Are you saying that the first X-Men movie, the film that brought back the superhero genre, ripped off Judge Dredd?
That is exactly what I'm saying, Mud.
Everything's been solved. Remember all those riots that were happening in the streets earlier? Yeah, they stopped.
Well, Judge Dredd is back. Why would anyone fight now that Judge Dredd is back? I mean, come on, it's Judge Dredd. Did he park on the gargoyle?
He's Batmaning, but with a whole ass motorcycle. What the fuck was that?
That was a great movie. All right, guys. Out of 10.
Wow, do I even have to fucking give it a score?
Well, it's you
Jesus
and me at the
Christ.
start. So I guess, do you want to start?
What's there to start about? There's no substance in this
All right,
movie.
I'll go first then in that case. The thing is, I have a theory about this movie. I talked about it earlier, but I'm going to bring it up again. If you take Schneider's character out of the movie, it's the same. Nothing changes. None of the plot lines
literally
change.
Jar Jar Binks' comedic effect.
Well, I think that this script didn't have Schneider in it. I think that it was a Judge Dredd movie just about Dredd himself. And someone read it and went, wow, his character is really stiff and boring, because it is. Let's write in a comedic effect character. And they put it in, and he wasn't funny. But Schneider's character is now just in every scene right next to Judge Dredd doing nothing and just cracking jokes.
Yep.
So if I can just fire in, he's literally there to give Dredd someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. He's just there to like make the audience not be bored with Dredd because, dear
But
God,
I'm bored.
he's so fucking boring.
I'm bored and annoyed now.
Yeah.
Right.
Rob Schneider worked with him in Demolition Man, actually.
Did
Do
he?
you think?
What?
Yes.
Are you serious?
It's an uncredited thing, but yes, he was in the movie with him.
Oh.
Do you think he was like, oh, we need a funny guy? He's like, oh, I worked with this guy too.
I know Rob Schneider.
Let's add him in all the scenes with me, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
did Demolition Man come out first?
Yeah, 93.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No, you're good. This movie has like no substance. It's way short, which thank God, because I don't want to watch 30 hours of Judge Dredd. It's painfully boring and bland, and the acting is bad from everyone. Max von Sydow tries.
It feels like it's just a vehicle for Sly Stallone to pose in a cool costume, quote, quote, cool, and just kind of walk around and purse his lips a little bit and go, I'm Milan,
You don't
shoot
like
people.
the costume?
No, it's a terrible
It's
fucking.
really
The
bad.
eagle was bigger than his fucking chest on his shoulder.
I like how early in the film he's like bulletproof, and then during the final fight he pulls it off.
Yeah, that way he's safe.
It's almost like the film has no continuity because it's a hunk of garbage.
I don't think. I mean, as someone who has never read a Judge Dredd comic, I cannot imagine any of this is remotely similar to what the fuck happens in
Imagine
the comic.
opening up a Judge Dredd comic and being the most bored and annoyed you've ever been for an hour and a half.
There's no way that Dredd would be a popular comic if this was the plot of Dredd the comic.
I agree. I don't really have much else to say. The acting's bad. The effects are mostly bad, except that one robot. Rob Schneider's fucking annoying.
Would it be-
Sly Stallone's painfully boring.
Would it be easier to talk about what we liked?
I wouldn't be talking.
Same, kinda.
0.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, do I give it a 1 based off anything?
No.
Good point. 0. Mud, what are you feeling?
The best part about this movie is the fact that it's short.
Yep.
Fucking 0.
There
There's
you go.
nothing. I was bored the entire time from start to finish. Not a single scene entertained me. Not a single character was gripping. Like, and this movie cruised by. I want to be clear. Like, I feel like I just started watching this movie and it's over.
That's because nothing happened.
Like, A View to a Kill, the James Bond film. Nothing happens in that fucking film at all. And it's just over in 2 hours, and you don't feel like anything's happened. You feel like you've gone to plaid.
I actually feel like I haven't watched this movie at all.
You feel like you're going ludicrous speed because you just teleport into the future and you're like, wait, the movie's over? Nothing fucking happened. That
The
is
third act is so short and it ends so quickly.
the second act is so short.
The first act is so short.
Like, nothing fucking happens in this fucking movie, period. Full stop.
Because, like, they're fighting, and then the conflict is resolved when he kills him, and then I think there's, like, a minute left of movie.
And then the movie just
it just ends.
Just hard ends.
All right, do you want 30 more minutes of Judge Dredd?
No, I don't want any more minutes of this movie.
It just feels awkward and jarring is all.
I'm giving it a 0, but the one compliment I can give it is this movie is fucking fast.
Yeah,
so
it is.
my thing
It's
right
a
now
turd, but it's a fast turd.
is after this movie ends, I don't think I will remember anything. Like,
I feel like I'm gonna remember
this
Sly
mo-
Stallone screaming.
watching Judge Dredd has made me realize that going into the future, I will not have watched Judge Dredd still. If someone asks, have you seen Judge Dredd? I'd be like, I guess. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
What happened?
Yeah, the movie happened.
I know that the 2012 Dredd film is going to be better.
That's because it's a film.
I know, but what I'm saying is it would be harder for Judge Dredd from 2012 to be worse than this than to be better.
It would have to try.
It would have to actively try to be worse.
Who has seen this movie?
Just you.
Just me? Okay, just double checking.
The cursed city, stretching from Boston to Washington, D.C.
Oh, thank you for
So we were right. It is in the New England area.
Thank you for telling us where it is instead of the last one where we're just like, here's Mega City 1.
The gang,
Are they playing a bad version of Club to Death?
The men and women of the Hall of Justice.
The Hall of Justice!
Meanwhile!
Oh my god, it looks just as dumb.
I disagree that it looks just as dumb.
It
is not a whole ass plastic eagle.
Dude, it looks pretty fucking dumb.
You're talking about his costume?
Yeah.
Looks way better.
Ian, his costume looks just as dumb. Also, Ian, yeah, Steppenwolf looks great now.
It looks way better than it did. Hold on, Mud. You're just wrong.
Does not.
What is in there? Well, what is it holding? Generic horn noise.
I like how he keeps the same, like, I'm about to cry, scowling frown. That really makes the character.
Mission accomplished. I've saved the day here.
And I guarantee you a sentence of life in an ISO cube.
See, at least I can understand him. Like, yeah, it's grumbly, but, like, I'm picking up the words.
It's a little whispery.
It's whispery, sure, but it's not. What do you think, Dredd? Oh. Pain.
Holy fuck!
That was awesome.
That was pretty violent.
What a nice composited photo.
Wait, turn off the 3D.
Let me deactivate the Photoshop.
Her final academy score put her 3 percentile points below a pass.
So what's she doing in a uniform?
That's a fantastic question. She's failed all her life. We're gonna give her a shot.
Her final score was only 3 points below a pass. It's marginal.
It's not marginal. She failed.
It's not I agree, it's not marginal. A fail is a fail.
Well, it depends on your law interpretation, Mod.
Oh, you're right. Let me check the book.
The 100-page book. One small solar panel charges the whole fucking building. Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yep, Lena Headey.
Yeah, she's good.
She's also a beautiful shot.
Yeah, she's good in stuff that isn't Thrones too, which you can't say about the other actors.
Did you know she was Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Never fucking mind.
So this is like maybe pre-Game of Thrones Lena Headey.
Who shoved Lena Headey in a pencil sharpener? Honestly, if I were to die,
this is how I'd want to go.
It'd be an awesome way to go.
Absolutely not.
You get to live it the whole time.
Bad.
You get to observe. Then meet.
A paramedic is on site and is cordoning off the area.
What do you need a paramedic for? They're fucking dead.
They didn't show Texas yet. Where's Texas?
That's gonna be the third one.
The other 49 states agreed to do megacities 1 and 2, and Texas was like, nah, fuck you.
All right, now we need to move through the traffic in sync. Make sure you're making cool movements. Yeah, they're going up and down a half pipe.
Skateboarding's cool. Shut up.
Very complicated.
They're not even doing tricks.
He's judge, jury, executioner, forensics, cold case, filist, special crime labs, CSI, NCISI, CSI,
NTSFSD, SUV.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know? Oh, he's doing the look-up thing. Look,
yeah, but it was for purpose. It wasn't like just to look down on someone like God.
Do you think God walks around with his head tilted back at a 45-degree angle?
Yes.
So his badge said Dredd.
Yep.
And then the medic they're with, his badge said medic. See?
Bob Medic. That's his name.
Is he Speed Racer?
Yep. Parents named him that because they.
I mean, his helmet does look a lot like Racer X's helmet.
Or hold on, maybe it is their careers, and his career is just Dredd.
That's why he's frowning. Thank you for shooting right in my fucking ear.
So going into this movie in the movie theaters when I was a kid, I didn't expect it to be a bottle movie and all in the same building.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed at like the hour mark. I was like, why the fuck hasn't anything? Yeah.
Why aren't we out in the desert?
Yeah.
Like
they showed the desert like once, and they just don't go back to it.
What's up, man?
Hey, Logan. How's your YouTube channel?
You know, we're growing strong. I was thinking about going to that suicide forest in Japan.
I love slower motion, the drug.
That is a drug I would do.
Yeah. You get more life. Think about it. You experience more time than actually passes. It's diet immortality.
Just keep doing it for forever. If you do it like enough times, does it become like 1/8 speed?
Your tolerance to time grows. But then there's withdrawals. If you don't take it, you experience time really fast.
You become the Flash.
You just age immediately and die.
Hello, I'm here to judge you. All right, you're dead. I deem it.
Oh, that's so good, but so bad.
Yeah, that was tough. Ooh.
The fake blood looks awful.
You know what? I'll give it this. It's hyper stylized. Maybe it's intentional.
I don't like the way the fake blood looks.
Me neither.
It looks really
Yeah,
bad.
I don't like it, but the shots, I like the one of the cheek. Is that? Yeah, that's Domhnall Gleeson. I remember that.
Oh my god, he's Dredd's biological father.
He's his brother.
Yeah, they look exactly like Sly Stallone. Both him and Carl Urban. Can you imagine whatever company owns this building? That like, wow, I love having a good, successful building, and then like 4 clans take over, and then 1 clan takes over all the other clans of the building, and then judges just come in and kill everybody, and they're like, oh, we got to take the control over. And
They
you're
were
just
like, this is Peachtree, 96% unemployment. Like, this is not a good building. They're not like, oh man, our lucrative condominium estates.
Oh, stock door sound effect.
they can use stock sound effects as long as they do some gruesome shit on screen to help it.
Yeah.
It's more palatable for us.
Activate the second solar panel.
All from the panel.
This is why they needed the second one.
If I hear of anyone helping the judges, I will kill them and the next generation of their family.
Good shot choice with having the med center closed down when she said that.
Multiple armed targets, obstructed line of sight. Gas grenades?
Respirators.
So as far as side characters that are support to the Judge Dredd character, she's way the fuck better than Rob Schneider. She's
And Diane
useful.
Lane.
And Diane Lane. She's useful and does important things to the story and is interesting to watch.
Least believable part of 1995's one is Stallone would say something for his gun, and his gun never went, excuse me?
Is every corridor the hallway from Old Boy?
As long as the fights are as
Which
good as
old
the
boy?
fight from Old
Which old boy?
The good
one
old
or the
boy.
bad one?
The good one.
The bad one is like in daylight.
The bad one's a Spike Lee film.
Yeah, it is.
I hate that.
How could he see that fucking helmet? There's a big X in the middle of it.
Maybe that's the reason Sly Stallone was always looking up, so he could just look down. It's okay, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna get shot in the face.
Last thing he said to me.
Yo, dude, did you know that we're watching a movie by the same guy who directed Endgame in 2009? Starring Chiwetel Ejiofor.
That was a big fake out. Thank you.
It's a good one. So far, I have one issue with the movie, and if we'll talk about it at the end because it could change.
Okay.
But it's a relatively large issue.
Noted.
It's not the design choice of the helmet.
No, that's just that's minor.
You can either do it faithfully and it can look dumb, or you can do it unfaithfully and get complaints about lack of
Yeah.
But it also looks dumb.
At the very least, I'm kind of glad they did faithfully twice.
Yo, I don't know why you're running to your house. Run to the side of the building where the rotary
Let's run
cannons
into the
are.
house that the cannon is facing. Dredd, hug the floor. What the hell? Why are you running?
He's outrunning the bullets.
He shouldn't have to. Just lie down.
This reminds me of more.
Hey, he did the smart thing by
He
accident.
fell.
The problem with this scene is I have no sense of space. Like, where is he in relation to the rotary cannons?
You're right.
Are the bullets following him around all the corners?
That's what it looks like, but the cannons haven't really moved.
They can't. They're mounted.
Yeah.
Backup is on its way. Just stay alive.
What do you think I've been doing this
Yogi
whole
Yak.
fucking movie?
I want to point that out.
I didn't even see it.
Spell it. Fuck you.
I'm thinking about fucking you again.
Couldn't she just be like, the information we're after, and he'll think of it immediately? And then she'll be like, oh, it's this.
Unless he's like elephants, 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 elephants.
He has to just keep repeating it. Wow, it's just me getting fucked over and over again. Jesus
Oh my
Christ,
god,
dude.
anal, you freak. Wait, I'm pegging you?
Don't judge me.
Figured that would shut you up.
Hey, I can play mind games too.
Bit his dick.
His mama. This is a good sequence.
That's actually really funny.
It's hilarious.
I wish it was Dredd biting his dick off instead of Mama.
I am the law, and it just falls out.
I am the streets.
Just a bunch of bullets to the head and chest. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Do you fucking understand me?
Yes.
I will swagger these lines a little bit harder just so you do understand me, bitch.
Oh, they're in a movie theater. What do you think's playing?
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd. Yeah.
From 1995.
Yeah.
There's no way he can see if that's reflecting like that.
He can't see anyway.
He can't see
You
shit,
know what
dog.
he should do? He should tilt his head at a 45-degree angle up so he can look down
He should
past
also
the
put his
visor.
hands on his hips for better balance. I'm glad they all shifted gears at the same time.
Very cool. Very in sync. Just like they're walking. Just like they're walking, too. Everyone coordinates.
Oh, you can't use the gun.
What the That was referenced in the other Dredd movie.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool that it's paying off here. I know it's not a series, but
yeah,
like,
they're unrelated films, but yeah.
it's kind of funny watching them back to back and
She
seeing that.
just kicked him so hard, she snapped his neck.
Rapid fire. Incendiary. Armor piercing. High X.
That should have been your first option.
Holy fuck. Dredd's been shot.
Oh my god.
That entered him. There was no concrete that slid with him. There's concrete in his body.
Oh, shot off screen, please. Hit me with it.
That sucked.
Yeah. The movie's gotten progressively worse since these guys have showed up.
I disagree. I think aside from these one or maybe two little sequences, I think the movie's been fantastic so
I think
far.
they just needed to be... They needed another pass on the script. Like that whole meta thing of him being like, wait for what? Now I'm gonna wait and monologue about waiting and how it's dumb.
Oh, I didn't make the connection that he was the guy that she gouged the eyes out of.
I also didn't make that connection.
That was pretty cool.
I'm still entitled to dispense justice, and that's what I just did by letting him go.
I will also dispense justice, and you just fire. Yeah.
I reloaded my justice just to dispense it. That's actually one thing about Judge Dredd you can't say. He's not biased or prejudiced.
He fucking kills everyone.
Everyone equally.
Sorry, the fucking costume.
It's better.
It's
so
way
much
better, dude.
Better, but it's so funny.
I don't know what's so funny.
Actually, aside from the helmet, it's relatively practical.
Yeah, it's like a biker suit, but the helmet gets me, man.
Whee! She flipped over.
Regular Mo.
And meat.
Oh, okay,
no, not
okay,
yet,
right.
not yet.
Fair enough.
Hold on. A little early on the meat.
Face first. What the fuck?
You want to make sure you die.
Good point. But you're still living that through.
Oh
my god. That's gotta suck. I take back what I said about wanting to do that. Ah, God looks down favorably upon Judge Dredd's actions. Alright, out of 10.
I don't think it's bad. Because it's fun. The style is really cool. The kills are cool, the gruesome. But the rule of cool doesn't outdo some of the dumb shit for me. My big negative didn't really get solved. He's
not a character.
Not a character, for one. He's very uninteresting. Dredd's not interesting. And two, it feels like there's zero threat to him. Like, at all. Every single thing in the movie is not a threat to Judge Dredd.
Now that I think about that, that's a good point, too.
It feels like he's Master Chief going through Halo on easy. He's like, all right, this is my 15th time playing. Fucking boom, 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 boom.
All right,
boom.
I just want to fire in. I hear you. I do. As somebody who sucks at Halo, do not tell me that because I can't even beat it on easy.
Yeah, well, there's no threat to him. He's not interesting. The girl character's interesting.
Yeah.
She actually has something interesting about her.
I would say the movie's more about her.
Yes, but we're seeing it through the vessel of big scowly angry man.
Yeah, but he's just the vessel through which the movie is told.
Yeah, and while I appreciate her character, Dredd sucks. He is not a good character.
I have a bit of a different take. Usually what happens to me is I'll like a movie as a kid, and then when we do the stupid fucking Dealer's Choice episode and we both pick it, I go, wow, fucking nostalgia doesn't hold up at all. The opposite happened today. I didn't really like this when I watched it in theaters, and I watched it here, and it's actually better than I remember it being. I really liked a lot of the stylized nature of the movie.
Oh yeah, no, the style's really cool.
I was really happy with how they married the stylized nature with the grungy, gritty, evil reality of killing everyone violently.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking cool.
I like how most of the color in this movie is when they take the drug.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything else
That's
is like
cool.
dark and depressing.
The first scene where they take the drug, the CG looks a little wonky and the blood doesn't look as good, but the rest of them aren't as bad. So I feel like they found it as they went.
Well, this movie only had a $40 million budget.
Well, yeah,
with,
I'm not
with 2012 CGI.
Yeah.
So you know,
I'd also give it like the softer pass on that because it was
it found its style throughout.
Yeah, the blood was hyper saturated more than blood would be because the world was.
Yeah,
so I see it as fitting at the very
fine.
least. It's a little wonky, I'll give you that, but at least it fit the tone of the
I
scene.
only think it's wonky during that first scene too. I think the rest of them
Like,
Yeah.
if the
hold
blood
up
looked
better.
that bad during a regular timed scene, I'd probably hate it. So I'm kind of glad it was during that sequence.
But
I really liked it.
I feel like the latter half of the plot gets a little generic and kind of
I felt like it was going very quick towards the end. 'Cause they
yeah,
were like, oh shit, we got 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Let's pick this
When
up.
those 4 dudes show up, it's like, we're the corrupt ones. It's like, okay. And if they were more of a threat to Dredd, I wouldn't be more of a problem.
I mean, one of them shot him.
That's because he ran out of fucking ammo. He even says, oh, I'm not even worried because you're out of ammo. It's like, okay, but... And then he's like, wait, and then that dumb shit happens.
Yeah, that
was
was that's probably the worst scene in the movie.
Dredd has huge plot armor.
You're right.
And I get it. The main characters aren't supposed to die in every movie, but they should at least feel like they're being threatened.
I would say he has less plot armor than Sly Stallone's Dredd.
I agree.
Right, but that was a goofy cartoon nightmare. Like,
Yeah.
this is actually something that matters, you know?
Yeah.
This is a real film. So, I guess it's more important here.
Yeah. Because this film feels more realistic, the dumber shit makes me feel a little bit.
What would you give it out of 10? Because I don't know where I am.
A 6 or 7.
Hmm.
It's not bad. The only thing is the plot's a little generic. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. The rule of cool is what makes this movie not mid for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be mid otherwise, but there's a lot of really cool things, really gruesome things. And I don't like when movies rely too much on rule of cool because it's not substance. It's just, whoa. If I watched this a second time, I probably wouldn't like it as much because I've already seen it and experienced it.
Mhm.
But on first watch, it's not that bad.
Gotcha.
So like a 6.
I don't know if I'm 7 or 8. I'm kind of thinking it over in my head a little bit. I'm kind of mixed because between 7 and 8, two very positive high scores. Because I don't know if this movie is genuinely great or if I'm just overlooking some of the flaws because what is here that's great is so fucking compelling.
Yeah,
Like
it's cool. It's
all
fun
the
to
action,
watch.
yeah, all the action sequences, everything with Dredd himself. It's a short movie. It's not going to waste your time. I don't know. A lot of this movie really did work for me. But yeah, no, I think I got to lean 7. I'm so close to 8 though. I'm going to give it a 7 just conservatively. But damn, this was a really solid movie.
See, I agree. I agree with both your points. I think the film's a little generic towards the end. It kind of speed runs its finale. Dredd, yeah, he's not the most interesting character, but he's not the main character. And I think Anderson more than makes up for it by being an interesting character and having a bit of an arc about her, ultimately deciding even if she's good enough to be a judge, she doesn't want to be a judge. And I really like some of the violence. This movie's very violent, and it's beautiful. That dude's head just popped, and it was fucking awesome. And like I said during the Judge Dredd review, it's not hard to be better than Sly's film at all. I think this film would have benefited from another, even just 10 minutes.
I agree. Not even just because of the action, but like the end scene where she
No, it
gets
feels
her
rushed.
She gets
Yeah.
her badge and she just looks at him and walks away. Well, what does she do with that?
Yeah,
it's unclear what happens.
Like, especially in the last 20 minutes, there could have just been an extra 10 minutes just to flesh
Yeah.
out some stuff that happens.
And I love her character, and I love her. She's maybe the best character in both of these movies. But the problem is,
Easily.
it doesn't really conclude her arc very satisfyingly. Like,
Yeah,
I
just
especially
ends.
If she's supposed to be the main character, it
Mhm.
just kind of ends.
And to
Yeah.
Carl Urban's character, who doesn't really have an arc because he's just the same character the whole way through, it's cool. That's okay if she does, but she almost completes it, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I'd give this movie probably a 7 or an 8 like you guys. I'll lean more towards 8 to kind of mix up the
Mix it up a little
scores.
bit.
It's good. It's just not great.
I agree.
But I absolutely see why everyone prefers the 2012 one to the 1995
Well,
one.
that's
There's
'cause it's not just
no
dick.
fucking contest.
How would anyone prefer the Sly Stallone one?
I don't know. Those people who are like, every 90s movie is good. Fuck you. They're mostly bad.
Who thinks that?
90s kids.
No,
I'm a
'cause
90s kid. What are you talking
You're
about?
not a 90s kid. You're a 96 kid. I'm talking like kids who were born in like 1991, like millennials.
Well, not even born in the 80s. Because when you're like 10 or 11,
People
you
who
grow up with
really
those.
grew up in the
Yeah.
90s.
I
just
still think that
insist
those
all
people-
of 90s culture is the best.
I still think that those people would not rate Judge Dredd very high. I don't know.
I'm sure you could find someone in the bunch.
I mean, there is a 15 or
Statistically speaking,
it's 20%. That means 1 out of every 5 critics like that movie. So maybe
average, yeah.
there's some critics out there.
Speaking of critics who like bad movies, Jacob, you're up.
That's me. You bet I am. All right. So I'm picking a movie.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I am.
Shit.
I'm picking a film for this show that we talk about films on. And I'm kind of timing it when it uploads because I don't know at point of recording when this trailer is going to drop for this new thing. But I know when the trailer drops, I'm going to be very excited and very hyped. If it's out at this point, that means I've already seen it in the future. It's awesome. I don't care how it looks. But I love the show. And Ian, you love the game. We're watching the original Weedsman, aka The Witcher from 2001 from Poland, a foreign language film. Everyone says it's terrible, and I cannot wait.